We got some Detroit Lions news for you folks. We talk about Taylor Decker has been activated. Finally, about time. Dan Campbell talking about Jonah Jackson. Also, who is your mid-season MVP? Who's mine? Who do you got? We'll get into that, as well as how about we talk about players who should return after this season and players who should not return. Also, we're going to talk about the NFL draft. And if you want to experience what it's like to be the middle person of the human centipede, then you might as well subscribe to my channel because I talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors, and embracing the suck is the definition of this. And if you're not a Lions fan, that's okay because on Thursday we got OPP. That is 6:30 p.m. We talk all NFL, Detroit Lions, and fantasy football. Also, eat up that like button. We got to get some nutrients into that second person of the human centipede. Let's begin with the Lions news. Taylor Decker has been activated to the active roster. About time. Injured himself the beginning of the season. We have not even seen him play. Now he's going to be coming back to the lineup. He'll be placed on the left side. Penei Sewell go back to the right side. No more Nelson for the time being, unless there's an injury. So the offensive line should get better for the Detroit Lions. And a lot of things we're going to be looking forward to towards the Steelers game after the bye week is how does the offensive line operate with Taylor Decker back on the left side? Is he going to be able to get back to his status of being a very good left tackle? Or is going to have some hiccups because he's been out for some time? And I think the more important question is, how will Penei Sewell be on the right side? He was having issues in preseason, having issues before the regular season when training. Now he's going to be coming back and starting right tackle for the Detroit Lions. How does he perform on that side? It's really important how the offensive line operates because that is how this team is going to play, is how well does the Big Uglies do? That's extremely important. So that's some good news for the Lions that he's returned. That is fantastic. But are you guys happy that Taylor Decker has returned? Are you excited to see Penei Sewell on the right side? If so, let me know in the comment section. Put that in the comments. Are you excited to see Penei Sewell? Why? And Taylor Decker back? Why? Who is the midseason MVP for our Detroit Lions? A lot of candidates I think we can talk about. Obviously, we can go to the offensive line and say, hey, maybe Penei Sewell right now is the MVP because all the injuries. That's a possibility. TJ Hawkinson, the tight end, he's been doing everything on offense. If there is any offense, it's because of him. Khalif Raymond, the wide receiver that's put in position right now to be number one when we all know he's not a number one, more or less like a number three. DeAndre Swift, the running back for the Detroit Lions, could be the guy. Liam McNeil, the defensive tackle. He has been put in a position right now where he is the main guy stopping the run. Derek Barnes, another rookie, getting in there. Amani Oruwariye, again, not a number one cornerback, but put in that position. Who is your MVP? You know what? I'm going to say it right now. MVP for me is Jack Fox, the punter. I know that sounds crazy that a punter would be the MVP of the team, but he has done everything right. He has been very consistent, consistently putting the football in great field position for the Lions defense to do the best they can do. And I think with all the players, there's been ups and downs. I mean, you talk about Penei Sewell, ups and downs. DeAndre Swift, ups and downs. Talk about Derek Barnes, there's been ups and there's been some downs. A lot of up and downs, but when it comes to Jack Fox, it is not. He's been consistent. He's the best punter in the NFL. That's who I have. Who do you guys got for MVP? Let me know in the comment section as well. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Players that I think the Detroit Lions should keep that are younger players, players who came to this team on one-year deals. There is quite a bit of players we can talk about. I think Khalif Raymond is definitely a player the Detroit Lions should re-sign. Got in free agency, came out of nowhere, diamond in the rough, placed as a number one. And I think if the Lions get better talent for wide receivers, getting a predominant number one wide receiver, guess what? It's going to elevate Khalif Raymond even more because he'll be going against the number twos and number threes defensive backs for football teams next year, and that would do good for the Detroit Lions. I think Alex Anzalone should come back. Another one-year deal, I think that would be nice. At least still help develop the younger talent. I'm sure the Detroit Lions going to go ahead and draft a linebacker significantly early in the 2022 NFL Draft. So bring a veteran back to help guide these young guys in the correct direction. I think that would be important for the Detroit Lions. Charles Harris, defensive end. Again, we brought him in on a one-year deal. He's done really good given the circumstances. I'd like to see him get an extension for the Detroit Lions, maybe another one-year deal just kind of to help out. I still think the Lions will probably get an edge in the draft, and Romeo Okwara coming back. We don't know exactly when he will return, so I think that would be important for the Lions. Jerry Jacobs, the rookie undrafted player who has been playing secondary predominantly at number 2, I think we should bring him back. He's done well, no doubt about it. I like what he's doing there for the Detroit Lions. Vati Vaitai, I know he's still on a contract, and there has been situations should the Lions release him because it will help out the cap. I think they should just go ahead and keep him at this point, unless their plan is to go ahead and get a guard in the draft, maybe in the 3rd round. Right now, he's been very consistent for the Lions, one of the most consistent linemen for Detroit right now. Go ahead and keep him instead of release him. That would be a smart move for the Detroit Lions. And right now, I know Seibert missed a field goal last game, but I'm still in the keep him position for the Lions. Who do you guys got and keep him back? If I missed a name, throw it in the comment section. Let me know. We have to feed the second person in the human centipede, so eat that like button. Let's give nutrients to that poor soul. As a Lions fan, we're that poor soul. Eat that like button. We talked about players to keep. How about we talk about players who I think the Detroit Lions should drop regardless of contract? Will Harris, to me, he should no longer be on this team after this year. He's not a good safety, in my opinion. The Lions, I do believe, will address the safety position very high, potentially in one of their first-round picks, because that is a position that we really need, number 1 need, in my opinion, because right now, Dean Marlowe is not a starting safety, even though I think he is a little bit better than Will Harris. It just shows how bad our safety position is. So go ahead and drop Will Harris. And we need help at that position. When we look at the wide receivers here, there's a lot of players I don't think the Lions should bring back. Geronimo Allison, he hasn't done really much of anything. He's not a starter at this point. Tyrell Williams, he has not played. He played about a quarter in the first game for the Detroit Lions. I think they should not bring him back. It is absolutely pointless to bring him back since he has done absolutely nothing for the Lions. Trey Flowers, I think the Lions should cut bait with him. He's got a big cap. We can go ahead and release some of that cap after this season. That would be fantastic for the Lions to do so. Might as well get better defensively because I think us getting a player in the draft as well as reducing his cap, that will help the Lions out. I know we traded draft picks for this guy, but Trinity Benson is looking like a guy that the Detroit Lions potentially should look to move on from. He could be a depth player, maybe a 5 or a 6 if they decide to go that route next year, but he hasn't shown anything, and I'm all about having the best 53 on the roster. Let's talk about the NFL draft. A lot of mock drafts coming out there, and as you would expect, Kayvon Thibodeau generally is the pick for the Detroit Lions as the outstanding defensive end from Oregon. I'm going to continue to expect that, but there is something that's important that's taking place on Saturday, and that is Malik Willis versus Matt Carroll. That is a massive game for the Detroit Lions. Why? Because one of these guys could really show out and be a quarterback the Detroit Lions should look at. If I were you, a Lions fan, I would watch this game, evaluate Malik Willis, evaluate Matt Corral, see what they got. Also, understand that the Detroit Lions are probably going to be coaching in the Senior Bowl, and I am sure Malik Willis will be in there. That is something to keep an eye on for the Lions and for the NFL draft. Jonah Jackson, guard, got a lot of praise from Dan Campbell. Jonah Jackson started the season off a little bit rough, but he's been more consistent and getting better, and that's really important because we put a third-round draft pick on him, and we need all the young talent to step up. So I'm happy that he's getting better. We got to see how he reacts now with Taylor Decker at left tackle. as well as Evan Brown is our center. So it's good to see that he's stepping up. Hopefully continue to be a good player for the Detroit Lions. You need to check out an app out there. It's called Lions Nation Unite. Go to lionsnationunite.com. Download the app on your phone, and you can talk to the content creators. You can talk to many other Lions fans. A great way to just get involved in the community. Follow them on Twitter, Lions Nation U. Get the app. I'm on there. DM me. Let's have some fun. Tomorrow, I do got the One Pride podcast on my channel, 6:30 p.m. It's going to be a fun show. Make sure you're there. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do this Sunday. Maybe I'll just relax. Maybe I'll do an hour live stream. If I do a live stream, it'd be 11 in the morning on Sunday, and more videos coming out. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out.